So we are in Sacramento. Oh, no, we were in San Jose for TLC. Let me tell you something about this year. I don't give a fuck about this year. This year continues to be an outright disappointment, a lack of creativity, a lack of anything. Because changing your demographic limits and puts you in an uncomfortable situation that you were back in your heyday when you used to. I get this. I get this a lot. And how much dedicated fans and people that I used to have conversations with talking about this shit had just turned from giving up and rather do something better than play some Fortnite. Play Fortnite that all you're doing is talking shit and cooperating with some random little strangers that you met that live all the way in fucking Wyoming so you can play some third person shooter that somehow gets a lot of addiction. Whatever. No one watched the kickoff. It was Bobby Lashley versus Elias Sampson. It was Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander. You know all these guys are just gonna get fired next year, right? We open off with the Bar versus New Day and the Usos. The Bar won with a few spots. There was forgettable wrestling matches the entire time. Forgettable. Like none of them were as big, that impactful. Nobody came to intervene to make the show the match more entertaining, or at least show that they're more interesting. Like nobody cares. Like that's what they're forgetting. It's a televised show. It's on pay-per-view. You want to see more stars come up. Oh my god. This show sucked. Like, and we even had the mixed match challenged that was supposed to happen. That was R-Truth and Carmella. And whoever won, seriously, I can't fix that. I can't fix it. It was R-Truth and Carmella facing off against Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. Whoever won apparently were supposed to have their number 30 spot in the respective Royal Rumbles, because now there's a female Royal Rumble. Like, that made it bigger. Like, the Triple Threat TLC match, like, that was good. It wasn't, by the way. Whatever. It had R-Truth and Carmella winning because they had to. Because, guess what? Back then, a few years ago, R-Truth was a coveted main eventer. Yes, he was a threat for the WWE title. He fought The Rock. And Jinder Mahal was WWE champion. It's shocking to know how Carmelo is an uninteresting person. She can't wrestle, and she sucks. And yes, she held the women's title. And Alicia Fox, back then, she won the Divas Championship. Holy shit. And she'd been in this company for about a decade. Whatever. Like, nobody cares. None of this is for build up. Like 2014, we had Sting coming up to the WWE. We had fucking Sting. You know how optimistic fans were for the next year? To know that a WCW legend was coming up to the WWE, so he can feud with superstars like maybe John Cena, Triple H, The Undertaker. People wanted that. What the fuck are you build up for this year? And the next. I'm especially afraid for the next because you know, like Joe Cronin, JD New York, What Culture Wrestling, a lot of primary sources that still tackle subjects of professional wrestling to this day. It looks like they want to quit. It looks like they want to kill themselves. Each time you see these guys go to aneurysms and huge heart attacks, knowing that no one gives a stellar shit about this pay-per-view or about the entire year of WWE. Like, it's that pathetic. It's that depressing. Sometimes I don't want to do it, but I love wrestling that much that I still want to do this on a consistent basis. Even though I should have uploaded those last couple videos on NFL, but it's cool. Those will be uploaded soon. But still, oh my god, I just want to kill myself. I just want to kill myself for like one day. I don't want to do this. Like no one cared about this entire segment. It brings on four irrelevant superstars that hasn't done a stint in the company made anything profitable. Literally, the most over thing about R-Truth back over 5 years ago was he was a deranged lunatic with a mental health issue that he had to made an imaginary friend for himself. That's R-Truth getting over in the WWE. Carmella literally came from sucking Big Cass's dick to become a women's champion. Jinder Mahal tried to use a racial issue, just like the last dude of his fake ethnicity, to use a racial issue so he can get himself over. But this time he won the WWE title for at least like 6 months, and nothing came up of that. He lost to AJ Styles, and that's how he even got a championship against Randy Orton. Randy Orton even won last year's Royal Rumble. Nobody remembers that. Nobody remembers shit. I had a passionate argument with a dude that's also a wrestling fan. He seems like a nice dude, but he can be quite annoying at times. But oh my goodness. I brought up these points and he's like, oh shit. You don't remember what you were watching. You don't. And it sucks for me to say that. And Alicia Fox, people enjoy this character. I don't like an annoying, screaming black bitch that keeps getting more light skinned every year and, not win anything. Like, she doesn't win matches. Why should I give a fuck? Can this thing, like, turn off now? Like, it's gonna be the death of me. Oh my god. So, yes, that happened. Then there was Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin. So, Braun Strowman came up in a sling. Instead of showing how incredibly strong Braun Strowman could be with one arm and a sling and beating Baron Corbin, he had everybody come up because, oh, it was so. Aren't Chad Gable and Bobby Roode tag team champions? Heath Slater come up, yeah, we get in Baron Corbin. It dragged on for a bit too much, and it came with Braun Strowman winning, even though technically he didn't need it. So he gets to face off against Brock Lesnar in the this next year's Royal Rumble for the Universal Championship. It's not that I hate Braun Strowman or Brock Lesnar, but this has been catching on too much, and I need a current champion that can be on Raw. I'm being fucking serious. Like, stop it. Most of these wrestlers suck. They're not championship material. None of these guys are even household name material. Except maybe Braun Strowman. Because he's actually over. He does stuff that catches the eyes of fans. Finn Balor ain't shit. None of these guys been working that come from NXT. At all. I'd rather have Braun Strowman that came out of nowhere. And he actually looks like a threatening piece without anybody. And people forgot that he was with Bray Wyatt. Yes, he was with the Wyatt family for a while. Whatever, Braun Strowman won. Next up was Natalya versus Ruby Riott in the tables match. That was predictable. Natalya was gonna win because her dad was posted on a table. I don't understand what was the point, and I'm just light this stuff up because obviously if you can't see me, yes. So her face was her father was posted on a table, and it's supposed to be like Ruby Riott's a heel. She disrespects the family of Natalya Neidhart, and it's like anybody takes Ruby Riott seriously as soon as she came to the main roster. She put in mustard and ketchup on the women's locker room. There's nothing you can take seriously about Ruby Riott. Then she put it's really retarded. I can't take this seriously. I can't. It's bad writing, let alone it's not an ongoing feud. It's been going on for a few months, and nothing happens. Liv Morgan and the other woman got hit on a table. And people think, oh, this is mature because they're disrespecting the dead. What? Whatever. It's not compelling. Is that interesting? It doesn't lower the bar. You know most of the shit he doesn't own. It's like if your father was Stone Cold Steve Austin, I took a Steve Weiser and I didn't drink it on his funeral. I don't have to. I don't care. This feud was retarded. Of course, Natalia was going to win because it was obviously disrespecting a man who recently died this year. So obviously, that's what you did to legitimize Ruby Riott as a heel. Really? And to try to get this comeback story because on Monday, she already has an opportunity to face off against Ronda Rousey for the belt. So I think this is all that we're building up Natalia to have because her dad died from a gauntlet match. Oh my god. If you don't know, this is already getting uploaded on Tuesday. Oh my god. The show fucking sucked. Then it was Finn Balor. Rumors about Finn Balor he was not gonna show because they thought he was suffering a major injury. Holy shit! So he did not compete, but he did compete against Drew McIntyre, and he beat him. It's an all right match. Like none of these were built up. Like the commentary sucks ass. Like, and I thought Michael Cole and Jerry King Lawler downgraded, but at least they had banter. At least it was one-on-one banter. It was at times they can be interesting. You have too many people on the commentary table. You assholes did 4 on a commentary table. 3 people aren't enough, especially if they don't conflict that much with each other. Then you guys set the standard even lower for journalism when you put a bitch that doesn't know much about the wrestlers, and then you put her to always put up in the stand whenever she kind of whenever Dean Ambrose is in the ring, because she's in a relationship, people watch Total Divas. No one cares. You guys are terrible at journalism. Corey Graves fucking sucks now. You can't fix that. Oh my god, the commentary was so weak. Dolph Ziggler intervened in the match and it cost Drew McIntyre the victory. So whatever, Finn Balor won. You know this is not to build up any feuds. Next was a tables match of Rey Mysterio. A chairs match. Excuse me. It was a chairs match in Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton. It was one of the exciting matches. But you know how old are these assholes, and they could have been working with younger wrestlers. Yet, it's not like we've seen Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton conflict before. You just have to wait over 10 years ago. Over 12 years ago. And that old. I've been that old watching this shit. No, I'm joking, but still, oh my god. Dude, you know this shit ain't working, right? Whatever, it ended with Rey Mysterio winning? Or rolling up the pin? It was, forgettable. No chairs match ever been memorable. There was a chairs match with Big Show and Mark Henry. I don't remember anything except the aftermath with Daniel Bryan cashing in. That was literally it. There were some creative spots where Rey Mysterio could do with the chair, and it came up with him getting the victory. Anything else, you'll see in like a compilation of top smarky moves that you see what the slaps and super kicks. Anything else, it was forgettable. You won't remember this for the rest of the year. Or the next. Next up was supposed to be the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax, with Nia Jax losing from submission. So you accidentally punching Becky Lynch hard on the nose made you more intimidating to Ronda Rousey. Nia Jax sucks. And I hope you people get this. And it's not because of any sexist shit. It's not because I hate fat people. It's not because I hate anything else. If you can be a profound professional wrestler and a destructive being that I can take seriously, I have nothing to say to you. You are literally Wendy Williams' face with a fucking Umaga body. You cannot wrestle. You didn't do any of the big moves. You do a poor leg drop. This match was literally Ronda Rousey besting you like you did when you were feuding with Asuka back in NXT. You can't wrestle. You can't do anything compelling. Your mic skills are terrible. Why is Tamina still with you? I'm shocked that they don't demote you to go back to NXT and do some shit. I swear to God, they don't do any of that stuff. They don't take Ronda Rousey seriously. They don't want this to be becoming an ongoing feud. They literally have nobody for Ronda Rousey. That's a big name. Sasha Banks sucks. Bayley sucks. They made Nia Jackson the title picture before when she was a babyface. That doesn't work because she's disinteresting. Her attire's disinteresting. Her entire personality's disinteresting. Her wrestling's disinteresting. Everybody in the roster is disinteresting in the women's division, except Ronda Rousey. Because she's actually a big threatening star, except for her retarded attire. I think her attire, her entrance and shit, terrible. What she can do in the ring, it's fucking awesome. And her mic skills, her appearance in the ring, she could actually be a captivating face for the women's division. I think she has potential, but the way WWE will fuck it up, it will come in time. It will come in time. WWE knows to fuck up anything in time. It's like leaving a fucking ice cube on the table, even though you know your dumbass is supposed to leave it on the fridge. It looks nice for a while, but come time it will just melt down and just come into pure water. Nothing solid. Nothing solid comes into this. Nothing solid anymore. It was a spectacular step up. Nia Jax used a punch that just made an accidental bleed from whatever. Becky Lynch is a soft bitch. Like she's like in her mid-20s. She's built like a high school senior. Come on, bro. Oh my god, I'm shocked that you fans actually think that some of these women look like in real life they can beat your girl up, and your girl's like an obese 300-pounder that eats your food while she finished her food in under 10 minutes. So next up was supposed to be the WWE Championship. It was a serviceable match. It had Daniel Bryan rolling up AJ Styles to the pinfall. Can this feud end already? This wasn't compelling in any way, shape, or form. This wasn't interesting. This was no way supposed to show Daniel Bryan as a legit champion. He'd never been a legit world champion. You beat AJ Styles, whoop de fucking do. Who else did you beat? Kane? In the twilight of his career? Who else? You beat literally, the only thing that legitimized you in the fan perspective was when you beat Randy Orton and Triple H in WrestleMania. I mean, Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista in the same night to legitimize you as the WWE Champion. You were an overrated ripoff of Chris Benoit. Literally, nobody else knows you as who you are except as WWE portraying you as a hippie vegan that knows how to do a decent drop kick and a diving headbutt or a crossface, or oh wait, you are Chris Benoit, aren't you? But you won't kill your family, won't you? No, anything. I'm just making jokes, but speculations come from me. They are looking like they're ripping you off. And after getting rid of your babyface push, because I swear to God, if I hear yes one more time, I'm really shutting off SmackDown. Anything else? Daniel Bryan did win via roll up, and he came up for a shocking finish. AJ Styles. Oh my God, I do not care. This build up was terrible. Like, this all because AJ Styles got kicked in the nuts. And that was shocking. For the last couple SmackDowns, it was either guilt trip or trying to beat the shit out of each other. Like, you get two wrestlers that were popular in the indie scene. You can't make anything built up for this? Really? You don't even make much interaction with these guys. It's either promos from the outside backstage and they have nothing to say to each other. That's not build up. That's not hype. Really. And people thought Daniel Bryan will be a potential WWE champion and Hall of Famer. Shut the fuck up. He was in the showcase mode, and I can remember a few things because I always watched WWE in detail. He won the U.S. title against The Miz. The Miz, by the way, was U.S. champion. Oh my god. Jeez. He won Money in the Bank, and he beat Big Show for his first world championship. While Big Show came from a chairs match. They maybe gonna bring up that he lost a title in like 16 seconds or something. Yada yada yada. Yes movement. The hot potato with the WWE title. He won in a triple threat match after beating Triple H at WrestleMania. Then he got injury prone for 2 years and then forced to retire. And then he came back to just feud with Samoa Joe and then feud with a few more people. And for forgettable feuds this entire year to then become WWE champion after turning heel. Out of nowhere. No build up. Not even talks with Shane like you've been a nice guy and shit like that. No, he just turns heel. Just kicks AJ Styles in the dick. What build up is that? What makes him a Hall of Famer in your eyes? What makes him a Hall of Famer? From all the people that deserve showcases or deserve a little bit more credibility, not Triple H, not Randy Orton, not John Cena, not Rey Mysterio, not The Undertaker, not Brock Lesnar, not a lot of other guys that actually made an impact and actually made WWE the most profitable at the time. Are you joking? But Daniel Bryan deserves it anyway, because he's an underdog. Shut the fuck up. You're always going to be the small guy. And AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan should get this through their thick heads, and that's why they're not the most profitable in the company. Did hardcore fans that like pure wrestling? Sure, enjoy it, even though the pure wrestling is the most repetitive I've seen in years. Oh my goodness. Like I give a fuck. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins had maybe the most enjoyable matches I've seen, even though they like feuded like years ago. They do it again, but Dean Ambrose is heel this time, so it's different. It's interesting. So we came from Dean Ambrose looking like a cokehead to actually having a compelling look with a cool jacket, and yet he still promos like a whiner little bitch with Seth Rollins. And it's just like, oh, the Roman Reigns has chemo, you turn your back on the Shield. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Like, I should care, but I don't. Like, hope Roman Reigns come back healthy as ever, and I hope he's fighting a good fight with chemo. I swear. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Roman Reigns, nobody deserves that on their life. Even my worst enemy, even a person I never liked for years, they should always come back from that. But each time I'm just seeing Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, you know they're built up for more. Because, in my opinion, I think Seth Rollins is the best pure wrestler on the company. He has a good look. He's built well. He's incredibly athletic. And we got Dean Ambrose that has the charisma. But oh my god, he can't wrestle that well. This match was pretty alright. The Intercontinental title match was alright. But for build-up, this was completely pointless. There's not that much personal on the line. They don't do any more antics in the show, except fight each other while doing one promos instead of being like one-on-one banters and beating the hell out of each other. It's not that interesting. He's still doing silly crap getting gas men out there for a promo, acting like a little bitch. Even though you have a gas mask with a cool ass jacket, could have been fine to just threaten the crowd and bring Seth Rollins here for a fight for build up. But you made an open challenge against Tyler Breeze. Congratulations, you proved me right. You're worthless as an Intercontinental Champion, Dean. So this match was enjoyable. It had some good finishes. Selling the leg is better than I have seen Seth Rollins sell a leg injury. Won by Dean Ambrose, so there was like a title change. Next up was our second title change of the night for the SmackDown Women's Championship, involving Asuka, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. That Asuka won by interference of Ronda Rousey, so SmackDown and Raw really doesn't matter anymore. That's what you're telling me. Because Survivor Series. And the kendo stick shit. Charlotte Flair acts like an insane bitch out of no reason. And Asuka, holy shit. She had some enjoyable moments. Even though it felt like each time Becky Lynch was hitting the ladder, it felt like, don't let this child die! Please don't let the child die! It was, It was, that's all I'm gonna tell you. I swear to you. There's nothing interesting about it. It's cool. I'm not trying to act like a dick, but I am. Gotta live with it. These women shouldn't be in Elimination Chamber matches. I think they can handle a steel cage match. Don't let these bitches wrestle in a Hell in a Cell match, though. I think a tables match could be tolerable. Even a ladder match could be tolerable. TLC's doing too much. I swear to God, please stop. It's that bad. And people take like, oh, they sacrificed their body online. Why don't you want women to be more diverse? I'm not saying all that. Just think of a man body going through that type of punishment, and think of a woman's body knowing that women are more fragile than men and can't endure that much. Think of the science here, folks. I don't want to talk shit because I know these women have been wrestling for years. With experience, they've been taking punishment like this before. But this is still a business. These women are getting hit by chairs. These women are falling. They don't have wires so they can hit softly on a fucking table on the floor. And these women are climbing through ladders that look like any certain time they could fall off and get a critical injury. That's what I'm afraid of, and that shit could happen. Because if you didn't see a Hell in a Cell match with Charlotte and Sasha Banks 2 years ago, Sasha literally got a concussion. These women are not built for matches like this. This is why. TLC gets a 3 out of fucking 10. Oh my god, this was poor. This was a poor pay-per-view. A pay-per-view to end off the year. It was showing no build-up, no show of entertainment, no showing of build up to Survivor Series done. We are now up to the road to WrestleMania, and it's going to kick off with the Royal Rumble. And I feel no excitement to hear that R-Truth is going to be the 30th person in the Royal Rumble. Even though I know they have ways to fuck that up. Even though I think R-Truth could have been better on TNA and shit. A lot of these wrestlers could have been good in TNA, because at least TNA takes these wrestlers seriously. Oh my goodness. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like,